Good morning, everybody. I hope you can see me. It's kind of dark in here. Maybe you can. I don't know. Got a little overzealous this morning. Got up a little too early, so I'm waiting at the gas station for them to open up so I can get some minnows to go fishing today. We're going to go crappie fishing today. I figure since I'm waiting, might as well do a little intro. Tell y'all what I'm doing, what I'm fixing to do. Got some wind already this morning. It's not even daylight yet, so I have found that if there is some wind, obviously it can't. Lake Eufaula is, this is Eufaula, Alabama that I'm in. Lake Eufaula is notorious for, if you get some bad wind, you can't even run anywhere on the lake. Not comfortably anyway. But yeah, gonna go crappie fishing today. Got some wind. I found out the other day if it's dead, if it's like glass, they really don't bite that well. So you want a little movement on the water, but safe enough to run and have a good time fishing and be comfortable. And I owe an apology to some of the people that are commenting. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They're not sending me notifications when you guys comment. So I've been a few days or even a week or 2 weeks behind on some of those. And I mean, the reason being is I kind of rely on those notifications to let me know. It's not like I'm getting 1,000 comments a video or anything, but when you guys do take the time to watch these videos and comment, I'm very appreciative, and I do want to comment back to you guys. You know, whatever comments, doesn't really matter. Today we're gonna go to a couple of public spots. You know, these are spots that anybody can find. All you got to do is just basically visually see the fish attractor marker and then fish around it. But that's what we're gonna do today. And guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching, commenting. You know, the channel's growing, you know, pretty good. Guys, subscribe. Comment what you want to see, what if you got a question. I had a question about shad and things like that, and you know, I've done a video before on shad in the river and in the locks, but not really in the lake up here. I can certainly do that. That's a matter of fact, when I catfish up here, I like to try to net fresh threadfin and or gizzard shad. So just y'all comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you want to see. If you got a question about anything, if you want to see a certain setup that I use or anything like that, just let me know. But as soon as this gas station opens, as soon as I see somebody in there, I'm gonna get some minnows and we're gonna get on the water. So I'll see y'all out there. All right, everybody, we're on the water. Spot number 1. There's the buoy. That's the Corps of Engineer fish attractor, and I'm gonna show you what's going on. So there's the fish attractor over there, down below the boat. Right there is a tree that's in the water, and if you can see, right there is a little small school of crappie. There's some swimming around. I don't know, that may be bass. They're right there. Not a huge school, but definitely a good way to get started, and that's on a spot that anybody can find. Right there. There's the marker. So pause with me for a second. Let me get set up and see if we can put a couple of these in the boat. Well, they're not going to do it here. I had one little bite and it wasn't really aggressive. Wouldn't even really call it a bite. On to the next spot. Alright, I just pulled up to one of my spots that I've sunk, and let's see. I mean, guys, this thing is, you don't have to be a sonar expert or anything to see. There's the tree. All that right there above it is crappie. I just hope they're active. That's a big ball of bait coming in there to that tree. And I can just only hope that I'm look at that right there. All those little bright returns in that tree are fish. All those are fish. So look at that. Look at that school right there above that tree. Take this gain down just to grow it. There. That'll clear it up a little bit. All those are moving crappie around that tree. Now, with there being bait in here, I'm competing with the real thing. Well, I got the real thing, but I'm competing with shad, which is pretty tough to do. But I'm about set up. The tree's 15 feet in front of me. I'm gonna move forward a little bit, drop a minnow down, see what happens. Guys, I'm about to leave an absolute pile of fish, but they're not feeding. They're not active. On to the next spot. These fish aren't feeding. I'm not gonna sit here and try to make them. So this is spot number 3. We went to spot number 1, which was the big tree in the water. It had 8 or 9 crappie on it. Fish weren't active. Went to spot number 2, which was a couple of trees that I sank. Fish everywhere, bait everywhere, not active. This is spot number 3, which is another tree that I sank. And I want you to look at this tree. I want you to look at this. And I may go home today empty-handed. I ain't had a bite, a serious bite yet, but I want you to look at this tree. That is every bit crappie right there. That's a bait ball. There's the tree. Every bit of that is schooling crappie around that tree. I'm gonna drop a minnow right in the middle of those dudes, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna let y'all get a look at this so y'all can see how you can tell these fish aren't active. Let me get a minnow. I'll drop it down there. Got a minnow on here. Let's drop her on down right there. There's my bait. I guess you can see that real well. We line up. There's my bait. There it goes, sinking down right in the middle of them. Oop. They're still there out in front. There's my bait going down right there in the whole school of them. Oh, I did get a bite. That was an actual bite. Okay, let me get another minute here. That was a bite. That was a good bite too. Just missed him. All right, got another minute. Let's see. There's a good wad of them. Drop a bait down. There goes my bait. Right in the middle of them there. So my whole bait is basically covered up with fish right now. Let's see. There's my bait, jigging it up and down right there. See it on the screen. Fish are a little more to the left. Pick it up. Fish are a little, yep, they're right there. So there goes my bait. Stop it right in the middle of them right there. See what happens. There's a huge school to the left, so let's take the bait to the left. There goes the bait. Right there. Right on top of one's head. They're following it, they're just not hitting it. That's a huge school of crappie, and they are just not touching it. They are not feeling it. Watch this. I'll cast out right in the middle of that big ball right there. Whoo, look at that school right there. It must be gizzard shad or something, I don't know. There goes my bait, right amongst them there. Just right in the middle of them. Following it up. That's my bait at the top of the screen there, moving. Oh, there he followed it up and hit it. That's what we're seeing. Okay, well that makes sense. It's bluegill, and I didn't bring a single wiggler. Keep telling myself I'm gonna do that. It's bluegill. Could that be all bluegill about that size? I don't know. So that's got me to thinking maybe the crappie are tucked in closer to the tree. So I need to start bringing some wigglers out here. I've been saying I'm gonna do that, but I ain't done it yet. I need to start. Guys, this is spot number 5, and I have 0 fish in the boat. Every brush pile I have gone to has looked like this right here. There's the tree. Look at all those fish. Even in the tree, you can see there's fish in there, so look at that school of fish. The only conclusion I can come up with is these are all bluegill, and maybe what I need to start doing is stop kind of going after and targeting the fish that are around the tree. And I'm gonna try to put that minnow in the tree and try to start going after some of the marks that are in the tree. I don't know. This has turned into a video of what bluegill look like on fish on structure on Livescope, because there's just a pile of fish on these things. They don't appear to be active crappie. I guess it's all bluegill, but we'll see. Let me drop a minute down there and see if I can get anything to do anything. Holy crap. I don't know what I've got right here, but a big school of something just coming in. I don't know what this is. Be a dang hybrid or something. Oh. Boy, just as soon as they came in there, they're gone. Yep. Oh, you look at that right there. So all day I'd been seeing these massive schools of fish coming into these brush piles. You'd see them. I mean, there must have been 50 or 60 of them come over here to these brush piles, and they just swarm the brush pile and then leave altogether. And that's what it is. It's hybrids. That's a fun fighting fish and a good eating fish too. I ain't gonna mess with them today, but I was wondering, I was like, what is coming into my brush piles? I mean, you could just see them. It looked like just a huge just swarm of fish come to the brush pile and then leave. And that's what it is, hybrids. And he hit a tiny little bluegill colored jig that I put down there for those brim. See if I pick some of these brim off. But them hybrids come in and smoke that thing. I don't know how I got that fish, to be honest with you. Well, now I know what the huge school of fish is that comes by every now and then takes off. Hybrids. Guys, I'm gonna call it a day. This video was a complete and utter bust. I came out here, wanted some crappie, fresh ones to eat this afternoon, went to all my spots, do what I normally do, got the Livescope out, and every pile is just loaded with bluegill. That's all I can think that these are. I mean, look at that right there. None of those fish right there will bite. Jigs, minnows, whatever. All I can think is a lot of bluegill, and I don't have any worms or any crickets or anything like that. So I don't know. It could be small crappie down there that are just not feeding. I don't know. But this video has turned into basically what bluegill look like holding structure with a Livescope. My initial plan, like I said, was come out here and get some crappie to eat. I did everything I know to do, but I can't make them bite. I really do wish I had some wigglers right now though, because I probably could have loaded this boat full of bluegill, good eating size ones too. But that may be a later video, maybe something to do. Y'all stick with me though, catfishing videos are coming. Like I said, I think it's June 28th. I'm still not going to get back on the river. They're puny, they're worn down, they're coming off the spawn, and it's really just not worth it. I mean, it's not worth messing with them right now. So anyway, I got a lot of good footage today, a lot of good Livescope footage. You know, a lot of fish, a lot of fish. I just couldn't get them to bite. I mean, if it was crappie, they didn't want minnows. I tried a bluegill colored little hand-tied jig and caught a hybrid on it. I could see on the Livescope these massive schools of fish coming into the structure, hitting the structure, and then taking off. And then usually there'd be a ball of shad that would come by too. And that's what they were after. So when I saw that school of fish, I just flipped it out there, boom, it was a hybrid. And when I say he hit it, he went right up to the jig, out of the school. He came out of the school, went up to the jig and hit it. I didn't get footage of that, but I did get footage of me catching the hybrid. But yeah, I mean, I hate to leave fish like this, but they're just not biting. I've got the fish, probably the wrong species today. But I will have some wigglers. Next time I go crappie fishing, I will have some wigglers in the boat. Lesson learned on my part today. And another lesson learned, now I kind of know what bluegill look like on my crappie structures. They suspend off of them a little bit, little smaller marks. They're not in it down around the base. So I learned a lot today. No fish, but I learned a lot. But I'll see you guys next time. Please like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, I'm trying to get to some of your comments, but like I said, YouTube's not really notifying me that I'm getting comments. But anyway, guys, hope y'all watch this. It's pretty informative as far as Livescope goes, but no fish. But anyway, that's how it goes sometimes. See y'all later.